Today, Chris Wallace, CNN's own little snake in the grass who pretends to be super duper Republican, but is really nothing more than a deep state clown, is having a complete and total meltdown because Hollywood actor Dennis Quaid, who plays Reagan in the new Reagan movie that has come out recently, is voting for Trump, which, as we know, is, of course, the primal sin among the elites and among anybody who is part of the media conglomerate, entertainment industry, and all of that type of stuff. And so today, Chris Wallace, the ultimate paladin of democracy, is here to take on Dennis Quaid face to face in this interview and challenge him on his positions for voting for Trump. So we're going to get into this video, see what is going on here, because the exchange between these two is absolutely hilarious. Of course, we have Chris Wallace who's talking to Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid claps back, and it is pretty glorious stuff.
You have a new movie out called Reagan that focuses on his effort to win the Cold War. You've come out for Donald Trump in this election.
Oh no, not Donald Trump! Poor Chris Wallace. Poor little Chris Wallace.
And I'm a little curious about that because a lot of people say that there would be no room for Ronald Reagan in Donald Trump's Republican Party.
Well, I really don't agree with that in a sense.
This is such a dumb question on its face anyway, because what if he voted for Kamala Harris? Would you then be like, well, I'm really curious about that because you played Ronald Reagan, but Ronald Reagan would not be happy about Kamala Harris? This whole question is just so stupid.
Yes, Ronald Reagan was a man of his times. Trump is also, he's a man of his times. But I do feel that the principles of Ronald Reagan and the principles of Donald J. Trump are very similar.
Well, let me pick up on.
You can tell that Dennis Quaid was completely caught off guard by this absolutely brain rotting question.
That though, because Reagan confronted the Russians. He talked, and you in the movie.
Oh my gosh, not the Russian narrative, bro. By the way, Guess who Putin himself endorsed? It wasn't Trump. It happened to be Kamala herself.
We talk about an evil empire. Trump doesn't do that. Reagan supported free trade. Trump imposes tariffs. And Reagan's 11th commandment was, thou shalt not speak ill of another Republican. I got to say, I think Reagan would have been appalled by Trump's behavior.
Well,
because he maybe throws shade at some Republicans who deserve it, because let's be honest, Republicans today are very much so way more corrupt than they were even back when Reagan was president, and there was a lot of corrupt Republicans back then as well, but it's even worse today.
I do think you see a Trump 2.0 here as far as the Republican Party and him getting along that this time around. Ronald Reagan was America first, I would contend. The circumstances around that, issues around the election of 1980 are very similar today. You had high inflation, gas prices, what they were. We had hostages in the Middle East. We were told that we were a nation in decline and felt that malaise. Jimmy Carter himself said that. And very similar issues to what is going on today.
Oh my gosh, bro. Chris Wallace is so aggravating in every single way, dude. You can tell that Chris Wallace is absolutely suffering internally with the fact that Dennis Quaid is going to be voting for Trump. But this whole thing is absolutely insane. Everything is completely ridiculous over at CNN. And of course, Chris Wallace is just yet another CNN clown, which isn't much of a surprise. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this exchange. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.